Awesome. Welcome back. Hey. Let's get into it. Attack the bar as we do. Welcome to Live Lifts. We'll do the intro in a second. As we do, let's attack the bar. Woo. Yeah. That feels good. Good. Awesome. Chris is smiling. Nice one, mate. Welcome back to Live Lifts. My name's Dr. James. Welcome to my channel. And welcome to all the new subscribers. As per, you guys are welcome here in this community. We are growing, where we lift and we learn. So welcome to Live Lifts. We're flying. Woo. We are, if you're just joining, we are in phase 2. So if you caught all the streams, which you should, you caught all the streams before Christmas, that was phase 1 technically, right up to from the 1st of September to the 19th of December. We started phase 2 January the 24th or so. And we are now in phase 2 of our strength work, so we are moving up to see how strong we can be naturally this season, building a solid foundation of muscle. And I can't tell you how happy I am and how uplifting this style of training really is. I feel fantastic, and we advocate adequate recovery. We advocate sensible, functional lifts. So, thank you to all the guys who joined in the previous stream. That was the, sorry mate, that was the 10,000 view stream. Hey, we've got to celebrate the little milestones, man. It's not about just being, you know, huge. I like to take it step by step. So, we hit 10,000 views in 4 months, which is fantastico, because for a brand new channel from absolute scratch with 0 views, 0 subscribers, we've gone from 0 to 100 real quick, and we've gone from 0 to 10,000 real quick. So you are obviously getting some educational benefit from it, which is the purpose really. It's all about learning and lifting education, putting the sports science into practice and sharing my knowledge as a doctor and a former physiotherapist and a current gym enthusiast. We review gyms, we review products, and we get really, really strong. And anybody can do this. It doesn't matter on your gender or your body size or your level of fitness or your age. It doesn't matter. All those kind of non-adjustable factors in your life. It really doesn't matter. This is for everybody. Especially if you're coming back from injury, or for a sports person, if you're an athlete, or if you are starting from scratch. It will help you with every aspect of your life, inside and outside of the gym. So first of all, as we do, what are we doing today? We are doing heavy deadlift, so stick around. We are doing light squat, 150 on the deadlift bar, 130 will go onto the squat bar, and then we're going to do some supplementary work. I'm probably going to try and hit my abs on screen for the first time, and I want to do some biceps. I want to just get the biceps nice and fat, nice and thick. So, in the previous stream, let's do another set because I'll just keep talking because chatty man, and I've got to get this out. Let's bang out another 5. Right, and I'll tell you the principles and the concepts now. Second set of 5 reps. Right. Whew. So, in the previous stream, first of all, how am I feeling? I have forgotten to do that in the last stream, but no matter. How am I feeling after the last session? We did chest, we did squats, and shoulder press. And we talked about the principles of why we switched the order of the exercises around. So do go and catch that stream. My chest was a bit sore, as expected, because I hadn't bench pressed it over a month. We dropped the bench press by 20 kilos from 130 down to 110. I was happy with that. Hey, I failed a couple of reps at the end, no problem. Shoulders feel fantastic because we did a heavy military press as well. And legs feel fantastico, considering we did very, very, very heavy squat. Now we spoke about, sorry, let me sit down because, So in the previous stream we spoke about the principles of phase 2 and how you can, as long as you understand the principles, weightlifting. Sorry mate, you're right. Oh no, I'm alright, I'm just going to do the deadlifts here. That's fine, okay. Yeah mate. Did you, yeah, I do. Did you achieve your 170? Sorry, I wasn't watching.
I didn't. Sadly. I thought I was.
I thought it was a big ask, but it's not my place to say, is it?
No, you're right. No, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, but well done though. Keep going. As long as you got the technique, it's all right.
Streaming?
Yeah.
What are you streaming? You on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
What's the channel? I'll follow you.
Yeah, show you. Yeah. If you type in Dr James G, because there's another Dr James on there, but I don't think he's a real doctor.
No, yeah.
I think he's a
pseudo
doctor.
Yeah, pseudo.
But and I think he's on steroids or something as well. He's a bit of a mad lad. He's an idiot. So, well, I don't mean he's an idiot, but yeah, a bit of an idiot. In a positive way. So yeah, if you type in Dr James G, G for whatever.
Yeah,
gains. G for gains. G for gains mode. G for Grégoire, really. Anyway. We introduced the principle of heavy day, light day. And it's a light day, but it's not a light day. It's a lighter day. And it doesn't mean any let off because you combine that with a very, very heavy lift. If you sub, by the way, Dylan, you'll be the 100th subscriber, you know.
Huh?
You'll be the 100th subscriber. Look, it's at 99.
Oh, well, get me on your note.
Do you want to say hello? Come and say hello. He's the 100th subscriber.
The big 100.
This is Dylan. He's deadlifting 170. He's the 100th subscriber. That's amazing, isn't it? In live. Yeah, he'll be on there.
Dr. James, what, G? Like that?
G-R-E-G. There we go. It's going to come up. Hold on a second. If you just search now, if it's on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Just press search and it might come up.
Okay.
See, there's Gil, and then there's... That'll be somewhere.
Chiropractor. Tell me about it. We'll find it. Oh, no.
It should. It should come up. It usually comes up with that, actually. Okay. If I do that instead. There we go.
That's you?
Yeah, we just ticked over 200. Awesome. Nice one, mate. Sound, man. I made up for you, though. Keep doing it. Yeah, that's really good, man. That's positive what you're doing. That's really good, mate, what you're doing.
Thank you. Keep up it.
Yay. Right, I think we're almost ready for another set. I shall continue this discussion on scientific philosophy after I've done this next set. I can't feel my grip strength's going to go. But no excuses. Right, I shall tell you what I was going to say in a moment. About the principles of heavy day, light day for phase 2 and the reasons why. I'm going to keep emphasizing that because I know people will catch the streams at different times. And of course, you know, sometimes it is about reinforcing the message. And sometimes simplified, beautiful training is the most productive. Right, it's time for another set. Third set, so hopefully we feel a bit more limbered up. $100 live. Made up. bouncing music. Come on. Oh, my grip strength! So, let's have a quick chat. We want that. So that's 120, and then we just need 2 5s, don't we? So that'll be 130. Ooh. Back in the mold. Put these away. We'll have a chat. Chit chat, chin wag. Woo. Righto. So there's 120, 120, 130. Right. Let me bring you a little bit closer. See you later. See you soon, Dylan. Awesome. Grab and bring you over. Just a touch. Awesome. Fantastic. Righto. So, whew, we're going to jump up. We'll go in, we'll straight to 120 because we are warm from the deadlift, and we of course did the warm up off screen. So, grips as always. So let me share with you. First of all, we'll just have a quick chat about what I've just done. It's immediate moment, so it's very relevant. We have just gone from heavy deadlift 150 to, all right, it's a heavy squat, it's 130, fine, but it's actually on the lighter side of what we normally do. So the order of exercises today: heavy deadlift, light-ish squat. So we've done our main heavy lift first, that's fine. We go full tilt. We did 5 reps and we did 3 sets on that. Hey, I'm happy. My grip gave out. I did say at the start of the season, grip strength is always going to be a thing that catches you out. What can I do to improve that? Work on my grip strength, really. But we do that when we do our chins, and we do that when we do our deadlift, and I've shown you lots of forearm exercises and stuff like that to keep wrist and elbow injuries away in other streams. We're now going to a heavy squat, but it's a lighter squat for what we usually do. So we did 150 2 days ago, which was 48 hours ago. So in the previous stream, so the reason why I'm going straight into this now is because you'll find that you're already charged up. In the stream called Squats but Supercharged, I've spoke about the principles and the physiology of switching on your neuromuscular system and switching on your motor cortex, your balance cortex in the cerebellum and in the brainstem, which is the primitive part of the brain. Your body needs to know how it's going to balance things, and it's all dependent on feedback. And that's why it feels so strange when you're starting exercise if you're very, very new, because most of it is a growth system that happens actually in the brain to coordinate and to balance and to get used to being under stress and to elicit those movement patterns that are safe. That's where most of your initial progress will be, is actually in the brain. They do say that about football and other sports, you know, it's a two-legged sport, but actually football is played in the brain. And I understood Arrigo Sacchi when he said that. Arrigo Sacchi was an old Italian manager, fantastic Italian manager. It's, you know, football's, and I think Fabio Capello said as well, kind of these Italian football managers kind of echo and you know, legacy each other. But ultimately, football's played in the brain, and of course a lot of exercise and movement patterns are in the brain essentially. Although the muscles and bones do the movement themselves, It's actually the balance pattern. And the principle I'm trying to tell you here is that from doing the deadlift, that motor pattern, movement pattern of pulling up through the posterior chain and the legs, engaging the core, engaging the back, we do use similar principles when we're doing the heavy squat. Of course, the squat is more of an axial loading force through the top of the spine, through the shoulders, so it's a slightly different stress, slightly different center of gravity and the balance pressure through the axis of the body. But we're pretty much warmed up and ready to go. So I'm gonna hit this another set now, so we can dive straight into it. Of course, your warm-up's gotta be immaculate, but you can pretty much get going. So that's why we don't mind jumping up by 50 kilos. We've gone from 70 kilos to 120, so that's 50 kilos. So usually I wouldn't jump up that much. And you'll notice in the first set, I did a couple of pause squats, and those pause squats will help to switch on my upper back, because my lower and middle back would be nice and warm through the deadlift. But my upper back will need a bit of stimulation as well, because the squat now is coming through the shoulder. Good. So, right, we're going to jump up. But we were pretty close. I probably slightly disobeyed one of my principles there, which is don't do your warm-up set too close to your working set. But ultimately, I don't really have a choice. So, 120 to 130, we'll be okay. So, let me show you. So we're doing 130, which is 20 kilos less than the 150 that we did the other day. So I've introduced this concept because I want to go heavy as I can twice a week to get a lot more volume in over the week, not necessarily volume within that one session, which is important because you can really overload yourself with one session, but then you won't be completely recovered and able to function in the next session. So, could I do 150 2 days ago? Yes. Could I do 150 again today, 48 hours later? Do you know what? With a good warm-up, I probably could. However, can I sustain doing that twice a week, minimum, for the next 6 to 8 weeks, for the next 2 months? I absolutely could not. I would start to break down and get injuries, and you would just start getting fatigued. So we're gonna hit the 130 today, and it's a nice way of tailoring and keeping your body technically efficient, proficient, keeping your strength up in the higher percentage of what you can achieve. It allows you enough recovery, and also you're still doing another dominant main lift, which is really, really heavy as well. So we've still done a mega heavy deadlift today. And what you'll notice, for those guys who have been following the streams for a long, long time, and I know some of you have, we have never on this channel, for the first, certainly through the first phase, which is September, October, November, December, we have never done squat and deadlift on the same day. To my mind, I've never introduced that concept in the first phase. They've always been separated. However, during this phase now, where I'm trying to peak as much as I can and get as strong as I possibly can within my realistic limits, I want to be able to, if I can hit it twice a week, I'm happy to do them together, because one is complementary to the other. I have mentioned how the squat and the deadlift strength will go up. It'll be a little bit, some people squat and deadlift can be really, really far apart when they first start. You know, maybe your deadlift is really, really strong, or maybe some people squat is really, really, really strong and your deadlift is quite weak, and vice versa. But eventually what will happen is the two will go up together. And that's why I'm more towards the high end of things, where you start looking at, you know, professional or elite level. The squat and deadlift do actually kind of counterbalance out. They eventually kind of plateau the amount of weight you can actually do. But you may have one maybe considerably stronger than the other at the very, very start. Don't worry about that. But this is the first session today I've actually introduced them together on the same day. One is heavy, we did a 150. I'm happy with that 150 deadlift. We've been doing it for a while. We've also had a month, 3 weeks off, and I can come back in after the third session and hit 150 for reps. I'm happy with that. So we're going to do that today with a lightish or a lighter deadlift. Right, this is our first working set, so let's do this. So I'll talk to you more about the principles very, very soon. So it's still a 130 on a light day. From hitting, oh wow, fantastic. So from hitting, oh wow, oh so good. So from hitting 130 again now for reps, 48 hours later, we're just on 7 reps. So we did 7 reps of 120, 7 reps of 130. So we're now cranking up 7 reps, several sets. Not sure how many we'll do, we'll probably try and hit at least 3, 4 sets, 3, 4, 5 sets. What we're going to find is we're really going to start fattening out our legs, and we're building a really pure core, powerful baseline of strength. Because 40 hours later, we are stimulating the body again at a relatively high percentage. I'm really happy with that. That feels really good. It's got to always feel good, and it should. Oh, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. And it'll feel a bit, a bit of a challenge. But man, I tell you, that's the exciting thing about this as well is in a few weeks, as we creep up the weights, let's say we're doing 150 on our heavy day. Soon, 150 will be our lighter day for reps, and it's really strange but true and interesting how your body actually gets so strong so quickly. You'll particularly appreciate that if you are new. You'll really be able to surprise yourself in a relatively short space of time. So, whew, fantastico. So thanks for joining. So do go and catch the 10,000 view stream, the previous stream that we did, kind of introducing phase 2, or definitely introducing phase 2. We are well on the way. We had 2 or 3 sessions, first few sessions of the year. All right, Lee, hiya mate. 2 or 3 sessions just to get ourselves back into it. And I think that's definitely good from a safety point of view, from an injury prevention point of view. Like, you just don't want to falter. So start cranking it up over the next few weeks. I'm all out of water. It's thirsty work. I'll be reviewing more products as well, probably maybe in the next stream or maybe in a couple of streams, because it is winter and I think it's really important to have a really good equipment for the winter so you can train properly. If you're too cool, or if you're not wrapped up and strapped up, and well, I don't wear any straps and stuff like that apart from these wrist ones for a bit of support and input, but if you're not wrapped up, belts and whatever people wear, but essentially it's about temperature regulation. We'll try to do some sessions outside as well, but it's just getting a bit dark really, and there's not the right light outside. And we have done previous sessions as well over in the garden, but the garden currently where we did the Atlas stones, if you haven't seen that stream, which is trying Atlas stones for the first time, the stream is called Here's What I Learned to Do in Atlas Stones. The garden that we usually use, the strength garden, fantastic little place. We don't usually, it's been renovated at the moment, so I haven't been able to get over there for a while. Yeah, absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, absolutely fine, Phil. Absolutely fine. Do you want me to help put these away? No, sure. Get a bit awkward, don't they? Sound. Right, I think we're ready for another set. Oh, the quads. See, you'll appreciate when you do the deadlift on a heavy day, and then when you then come to squat straight after, you'll really start to feel, you won't feel like a burn. It's not bodybuilding. It's strength and conditioning we're doing, so you'll feel a different type of, it's a different type of pump. It's not a painful pump that you get with bodybuilding where it burns and aches. You get a different kind of, I don't even know what it is. It's like a different kind of sensation. Like your body feels full, your muscle feels full. Right, we've got to bang out some more because we're feeling great. And the music's popping and the vibes are good for a freezing cold January day. Wet, windy, horrible. But don't ever let that put you off, because that's where the progress is made. That's the days that makes the difference. Yeah, boy. And we are still getting gloriously deep, if I may describe it as such a thing. We are getting to the point where your depth will matter. And I spoke about this in the pre-season, one of the very, very first few live streams that I ever did. And I spoke about the power in the base, the power in the base. And I felt like I kept saying the power in the base. Man, if you tune into the channel, like, got this Dr. James, didn't shut up about the power in the base. What's he talking about? But the power in the base, that is in the pre-season. When you work on that, when you're doing the Zerka squats, I think they're called Alexander squats, are they? There's another squat where you start off from a squatted position. What's it called? Anderson squats? Yeah. And Anderson squats, Zerka squats. We did pause squats, Zerka squats, pause squats, working on the power in the base, being comfortable and confident, getting your knees fully flexed, meaning bent, and getting your backside right down to the floor, and keeping your spine as straight as possible, and your thoracic spine, the middle of your back, up and nice and flush. And you can drive up power from that base position. We did a lot of the work on deadlift as well, where we were squatted right down the deadlift position, but we were stood on a platform. We had a 5 kilogram weight, or a 10 kilograms, like a 2-inch weight platform. So we had a deficit where we were deadlifting from a deficit, pulling that trap bar, or the conventional deadlift, we're pulling that from a deficit, because what that makes us do is get power in the base, deep down, driving up from that deficit into then a neutral position, then into a positive phase. That helps you, because you've got the power in the base. And the people who will struggle with squat to get the depth and not fully develop their glutes and not fully develop their hamstrings and not fully develop their hip flexors are the ones who don't get deep enough or can't get deep enough. All the tension will go onto the quadriceps and it'll start to burn, and really it shouldn't. Your quadriceps should be engaged, but by going deeper, you're bringing in more of the global musculature to help you. So if you want to do like half squats like the bodybuilders and stuff, then you're just going to burn your quads out. This will all make sense when you put this into practice, as I have. And you will watch this stream back and go, oh yes, got some power in the base. Got some power in the base, Dr. James. Whew. Right, I'm all out of water, but we'll do a quick water break after we finish this. Third set. Ooh, feeling good. You just know as soon as you pick this bar up and have it across your shoulders, you just feel absolutely absolute. That's exactly what you feel. I want to hit a bit of core today, but I can't seem to see the Swiss ball. There is one over there, but it's a bit flat. Now there's a black one that I used the other day that those children were kicking around, and I hope I can find it because I want to do a little bit of core stability work, and I'll show you some of the exercises that I like to preferentially choose, as well as the heavy hanging abs and stuff that we do usually. There's some quite nice dynamic stuff you can do with the Swiss ball. Yeah, feeling good. Oh. We should definitely do, to get the benefit of the exercise, we should definitely get a couple more sets out, at least 2. Right, I'm going to do a quick commercial break. I need to go and grab some water, so I'm going to leave the mic here. That's magnetic. Wow. Oh wow, that's really stuck. Let's stick it to the side. Right. a break, quick commercial break, and I'm back. Let's get straight into this set. Let's get straight into this set. It's our fourth set, I believe. So, good. Stretch. Just want to decompress my spine, and I'll show you in a moment what I mean. I'll tell you in a moment what I mean. It's not just some idiot rolling around on the floor. Well, it is, but with a purpose, with a cause. So I like this one because if you're a beginner, you're kind of going to do it like this for a bit of mobility. Let your knees just drop, shoulders against the floor, and that'll just nicely open up that lower thoracic spine and the lumbar spine. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, don't try this until you've got more core strength and you're a bit more stronger. But you can lift your legs off the floor and just let them roll, and then hook them, sweep them over. Let the weight of your legs just take that, swing them through, and there we go. Lift up. They do this one in yoga. That just decompresses a lot of the spine if it's a bit tense. And the other one I really like to do is to hang from the bar, of course. Very good, healthy for the shoulders. Very natural position, this. To hang from the bar, and also to leg raise. Let the weight of your legs and your hips open up and decompress that spine. To speak about that a lot. Big emphasis on core strength on this channel. I want to do one more set. And then we're going to finish with some biceps and some core. I need to try and find the Bosu. It can't have gone to, it's not the Bosu, sorry, it's a Swiss ball. It can't have gone too far though, because I probably need to ask a member of staff, to be honest. Just bear with me a second. Mally, sorry, are you all right? I've not seen you for ages, are you all right?
Sorry?
I've not seen you for ages, are you all right?
Sorry.
I've not seen you for ages, are you all right?
Oh, I'm good, thank
Good.
you. How are you?
Everything's fine. Sorry, I've not seen you for ages, but I've got a question for you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
There's a Swiss ball. I know the blue one's over there, but it's really flat. Do you know where the black one is? It's a bit more pumped up.
I haven't seen it.
Do you reckon it'll be in the zoo?
Yeah, maybe.
If you see a Swiss ball. Yeah, it's a bit more pumped up than that one. Let's have a look. Have we got anything? Yeah. I think it's in there, but it's flat. It looks like it's been popped. I'll try this one. Never mind. This is mega flat. Do you know what? It's not worth it if it's really, really flat. I mean, I'll show you how flat this ball is. I mean, it just doesn't even stand a chance. So this black one that we used the other day, I mean, look how flat that is. So that's not really going to be fit for purpose. So what we're going to do is we'll get the roller bar, we'll get the roller wheel, and we'll get the barbell, and we'll do some rolling abs, which I'll show you some really, really good functional stuff for the abs, especially after doing deadlift and squat. Really, really get that deep core strength going. I'll go and grab the wheel now, the roller wheel, and we'll do a final set of squats. So we've done 5 by 7, which is fantastico. It's a really, really healthy achievement. That particularly after doing 150 squat like 2 days ago. So we'll grab this roller wheel. You would have seen this, I'll show you this now. Yeah, so we'll do this. So this is the roller wheel. You've seen this before, you've probably been house used. Probably do this for the abs, really hit the abs, functional plank abs. And there's some tips and tricks to do that. We'll get that going. And we will put on the floor so we don't roll under our squat bar. And then we'll do the second variation with the barbell rolling out, sweeping out in front of us. But let's do another set. Let's try and get this back nice and stretched, get these legs going. Last set. Ooh, beauty. Yeah, boy. Right. Oh, legs feel chunky. Good kind of chunky. Oh. Right, break this down. We'll hit the core. We did say biceps though, didn't we? But I'm thinking actually, I think it's going to be more functional, and I think a bit more natural and beautiful to actually hit the core, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So please forgive me, but I'm gonna switcheroo. I'm gonna do core. And I think that's a sensible decision based on heavy deadlift, heavy deadlift, lighter squat, and then abs, hitting really deep core abs. I think that's a beautiful session. And I think that makes sense as well, like from an anatomical point of view as well. I think that's really tidy, really, really tidy. Whew. So I shall demonstrate. Let's pop this away. So 2 sets, just there after the short water break. Let's get a little mat. I think we do it on that little space just there. Right, so let's get on the floor and do this down here. We do it out in front of us. We get the barbell. So we do a bit of a mix because it will hit the body differently if we do it there two ways. The barbell variation is a beautiful one I saw abroad, and I stole it off somebody that I saw doing it. So now you can steal it from me. Right. So. Just drop this for you a little bit. Okay. It's not the prettiest angle, but in fact, would it just be better to, see, it's me working on my camera skills, hold on a second. What if I just dropped it? Because that's the beauty of having a tripod. You just drop the height. Yeah, I think that's going to be better, isn't it? Right. So, welcome if you're just joining. We're going to finish off with some abs. And you're very lucky because I don't often do abs on screen, but given today's session and how complementary abs are, because our sessions are awesome, every session's awesome, because we train properly. So, what do I want to do? I want to really hit my abs and I want to get this out in front of me, but I'm focusing all the time. I'll have to do the teaching bit in between doing the exercise, I'm sorry, because I want to focus and engage on my core, make sure my core is switched on. Okay, that's a nice first set, warm up. So, whew, you got me sitting down here on my knees, and thank you to the loyal subscriber who did say to me, Dr. James, when you're talking and presenting, it's really good. I prefer it when you're sat down though. I was like, okay. So you got me sat down. I get it, it's just a bit more comfortable, isn't it? It's a bit like less than like lecture. So, sit down, take the friendly approach. Right. Rolling this out. This is a good exercise. There's many very good core exercises. I do like this one. I think it is a useful stimulation to the abdominal wall. I think, and in fact, I don't think, I know for an anatomical fact and a physiological fact that this will engage all aspects of your abdominals, which is the internal external oblique, transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, some parts of your serratus anterior, and you're also going to be using some parts of your lower back as well, and your glutes will be engaged slightly. Your triceps will be engaged as well, because as you stretch out in front of you, we spoke about the anatomy of the triceps several streams ago. We will go through that again in a future stream, I'm sure. So the triceps, actually the long head is the longest, would you believe it? And the long head actually covers from the elbow and it crosses the shoulder joint. So as you're rolling out in front, if you do feel your triceps a little bit pumped or a little bit switched on, it's because your triceps are working as a stabilizer to help the shoulder. It's an injury prevention thing, so you don't kind of like hyperextend your shoulder as well. Provides a little bit of feedback and proprioception for the shoulder joint as well as we stretch out. However, I'm not focused on my shoulders or my legs or my back in this. I really want to be thinking about my abs at all times. And people might say, you know, the mind-muscle connection and all that. All right, yeah, sure, I'm sure there is a mind-muscle connection, and there's definitely a anatomical pathway of that. But to actually consciously engage and think about the abs and where you are You're not just mindlessly rolling this out in front of you and pulling it back in. You want to go slow, and you've got to watch your breathing, because your breathing comes mainly from your diaphragm, and to breathe, you've kind of got to release the abs a little bit, so you want to be breathing at the right time in order to keep the abs fully engaged. Now, I mentioned the transverse abdominis and the internal external oblique, and they are fantastic muscles. They look gorgeous when they're properly worked, and there is a rotational element to the abdominal wall. So we want to be sweeping this out to the left and the right, and the feedback is when we're trying to hook back in. That's when we're going to be really working on that rotational element as well. This is really good exercise. I do like it. I've got a protective thing for my knees because my kneecaps don't want to get crushed against the bone if you do this a lot. So there's no tension on my abs here. I'm actually going to take this microphone off because I don't want to be huffing and puffing down it. I think you have enough of my heavy breathing already. So I'm going to put the microphone there so you can still kind of hear me, but not too intensely. So just there, I'm still engaged in my abs, but they're not switched off. I want to come out to the side. And I'm hooking back in, and I want to go out this way. And I just hits that side stretch. Beautiful. You can stay out there as well. On one side. But to reset, I find you really have to come right back in. Keep that tension on. Ah. Woo. Oh my days. I don't really focus on reps on this because why would I? I want to focus on like time, tension. I want to focus on keeping up engaged all the time. So don't count reps. Focus on how you feel and how well engaged your abs are. You start to fatigue and get tired and you're less control and your abs aren't really engaged, then you're not getting any benefits from stop. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me. I forgot to put the mic back on. So I said, sorry, I had to take the mic off because down there, but sorry, yeah. I don't think you could hear what I was saying. Right, I'll say it again. So on this exercise, I don't count reps. I don't count reps because there's no point. I want to be completely focused on how engaged my abdominal wall is. It's a really hard exercise, so what we want to get is out to the side, focusing on those rotational elements, but keeping the abs engaged at all times. That's the main thing. So the moment you start to fatigue and you feel like you're not able to keep the abs completely switched on, then you're not getting the benefit of the exercise, so I would just stop at that point. This is a fantastic exercise. I really do like it, especially after doing the heavy deadlift that we did today. Oh, so good. And then the heavy squats all the time. The main one of the main stabilizing muscles you're working there is your core, is your abdominal wall. So this exercise is really complementary. That's why I've switched it around. I was going to do some biceps today, but it doesn't really feel right, I think. I was thinking do the biceps because it would complement the deadlift, but I think core makes more sense. Core is more core. So core makes more sense to do abdominal work on a really heavy deadlift and squat day. And I actually, being completely honest and transparent with viewers as I always am, I actually feel that work in my obliques really working nicely because they've been working through the heavy squat and heavy deadlift. So that's very, very complementary. Heavy squats, heavy deadlift, abs. Beautiful session, simple, not overcomplicated, fantastic. Nice volume in there, nice reps. I'll show you the barbell variation soon. Let's get another set going. So I'll keep the mic on this time because I'll forget to put it back on and be talking to myself. We'll do some straight ones first. I'm really stretching out as well because stretch on the abdominal muscles is really, really hard to achieve. It's really hard to stretch the abs. You'll only feel the abdominal wall stretch during certain exercises, and this is one of them. It's really, really hard to get the stretch. You kind of need a little bit of extension of the spine. And I'm not touching the floor. Damn. That was a straight set, that was good. Ooh. We'll do some to the side. Ah, beautiful. Ooh. Awesome. Right, let's go out to the side. Woo. I can no longer engage in that side. Ah. Oh. That was hard. I don't mind going to failure on this. I don't mind, because I've got maximum time under tension. So this second phase that we're doing now, you'll see a lot more of, a lot more abs, core strength stuff, because as our military press, so I'll probably cut my head off here, but I need to get this bar. So as our military press goes up and squat and deadlift, ultimately you're going to need stronger abs, stronger and stronger abs. It's the last exercise. This is a nice one. I've seen several variations and advances and stuff, and I'm going to do this today on my knees, going out in front of me. I think by doing it on my knees, that's fine. It's pitched for me at my level after doing heavy squat, heavy deadlift, plus the other abs exercise with the roller, with the wheel there. I'd see how it feels on the knees. You can advance it by maybe putting a disc plate on there, maybe a 10, probably no less than a 10, and you can roll it out in front of you. All right, that's fantastic. But I think your emphasis goes on kind of keeping your body, either you're bringing in more muscles, aren't you? Bringing your legs a bit more. I think it can be done. I'm sure it's fine. If you want to advance it a little bit, just that's really advanced. But how much benefit you're getting, because you're hitting your probably hitting your shoulders and your legs a bit more. I don't know. I've never tried it. Maybe I could try it. So you've got to watch your fingers on this. So you kind of don't want your fingers to drag along the floor. So I like to tuck them in, kind of like that on the bar, to make it like a fake, like a mini fist. And all the weight is going through my thenar and hyperthenar eminence, these two paddy bits on the hand. Thenar, hyperthenar eminence. Nice little bit of fat pad muscle there. And it's a similar thing as the roller ball. I think with this one, I think you can just stretch out a little bit more. And you can, the beauty is your hands are not fixed on this narrow. You can actually bring them a little bit wider if you want to. Just make sure you're not getting too much emphasis on your triceps or your lats. Make sure you're always focused and thinking and engaged on the abs. And the beauty of this, you can really guide and drive it. That's why I do quite like this one, because I can really guide and drive it to whichever direction I want. Anyway, here we go. Just get these off so it doesn't get wrapped up. That was hard. Fail. I touched the floor. Fail. So I can guide this one really smooth. Slight angle. Oh, one more set. Don't touch the floor, not like me on my first rep. Hit the deck, man. Oh. Do try to hit the abs like twice a week. They should be growing when you're doing your deadlift and your squat and the trap bar deadlift. Yoke carry, you should be engaging them when you do your sled push, sled pull, clean, jerk, snatch, upright row from the floor, yoke carry, farmer's carry. Yeah, you should be focused completely. And the Zerker squats and the circle of strength, when we did the circle of strength, catch that stream if you can. Should be trying to focus and work your abs the whole time. Full. Fully engaged. Fantastico. Right. Debrief. Wow. Whew. Wow, that was good. Tough, but good. What a session. Oh. Whew. Righto. Today's session. We gained our 100th subscriber live on air, completely unexpectedly. Welcome, Dylan. You have joined the Circle of Strength. You're a wise man. A strong, wise man. Two of the best things to be in the world. A strong white person. Gender is non-specific. Anyway, enough meta low-key jokes. What do? We did heavy deadlift, 150. 6 reps, 5 reps for 3 sets. Very happy with that. 2 days after doing a very heavy squat. Then we did squats again. We took 20 kilo off, so it's a lighter day, which is 130. We did 7 reps for 5 sets. Good. Nice. Strength is 100. We were going to do biceps, but we didn't. Working on core made a lot more sense, and it kept the session nice and simple and nice and clean. That's what we like to do here. Very complementary exercise as well. So we did the roller abs with the wheel, narrow grip, and then we did the one with the barbell, and we gripped it a little bit wider. Nice variation. So thanks for joining. Do join us again for another live lifts, where we, as my very first gym, the slogan of the very first gym was with Dave Rogers, called workouts. Be fit, be strong, live long. That always stuck with me. It was fantastic. So yeah, I share the message with you. Be fit, be strong, live long. So thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for pushing 100 subscribers. Thank you for pushing 10,000 views in 4 months. It's never been about the views or the popularity or the numbers. It's never been about that, and I've said that from the very start. I focus on quality and education, and I focus on learning, and I focus on sharing my vocation as well. So you guys know what you're doing, and it's a permanent record of a source of things for you guys to go by long after I'm gone. So I have a particular set of skills, and we can share them. So anyway, we'll be back. What are we today? It's Tuesday. So I think it's Tuesday, isn't it? So we'll be back Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll be back Thursday or Friday this week, because we did Sunday, didn't we? Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, good. Right, thanks for joining. Amazing session. Any questions, pop them in the comments. Thank you for reaching out. I saw your comments on the last stream as well. Amazing. I'm really glad that you guys are getting benefit from it as well. So do let me know how your strength season is going, or your training in general. Let me know if you have tweaked a few things. You can always jump on board with this program anytime. It's never too late. And start to change your life and get strong. Right, anyway, see you in a bit. Nice one. See you soon. Thanks for joining.